How do people in Russia usually become Christians? Obviously, some people grow up in a Christian home and simply continue the family tradition. And even in that case, many believers report stepping away from faith or neglecting it for a while in their teenage rebellious years. The Soviet Union was ideologically an anti-religious country. Although there were many Christians who have kept their faith even under repressions, the majority of the population was either indifferent to religion or atheists, in line with the state ideology. Even before the collapse of the Soviet Union in the mid-1980s, when Mikhail Gorbachev's government liberalized the Soviet society and allowed the freedom of conscience, people developed a huge interest to Christianity and many other religions. There were many new religious communities forming, and the already existing churches faced with an influx of neophytes. In that time, people were driven by curiosity for the things that had been previously disapproved, but more than this, the growing societal tension, ethnic conflicts, economic crisis, and eventual collapse of the country with its powerful ideology led to a profound identity crisis for millions of people. People lost economic and political stability, hope for the future, and often meaning of life. This started a new edition of the old Russian intellectual tradition of God-seeking, and apart from many newly emerged spiritual and religious movements, including fraudulent and dangerous groups, people actively converted to Christianity in big numbers. The Russian Orthodox Church is commonly the first obvious choice for most Russians, especially ethnic Russians and people with a family tradition in church. Many converts are already baptized as children out of a cultural custom, and for them the Orthodox Church feels like home, maybe lost, maybe forgotten, but still waiting for her prodigal sons with open doors. Many people come to the Orthodox Christian faith after their God-seeking journey, trying different exotic and marginal faiths and practices and coming back for authenticity and millennium-old tradition. The churches with a foreign background were traditionally the centers for respective diasporas: Polish and Lithuanian Catholics, Estonian, Finnish, Latvian and German Lutherans, and so on. Eventually, after generations of believers assimilated and started speaking Russian as their first language, these communities have not just become mostly Russian-speaking, but have also welcomed a lot of local converts, especially after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Catholic and Lutheran churches mostly attract intellectually minded seekers with a strong interest for an ancient tradition. Evangelical Christian churches, especially Baptists, Pentecostals, and Seventh-day Adventists, who formed in Russia 150 years ago, mostly convince their converts with their approach to the Bible. In their testimonies, adult converts report how much more serious and thorough their new community is towards not merely reading and memorizing the Bible, but applying it to the every aspect of everyday life. Moreover, active missionary work and numerous ministries run by these churches recruit most of the converts either in faraway regions of the far north or marginalized people in deep life crises. Former drug addicts, prison inmates, or homeless people are moved by the way they are treated by evangelicals. They are approached not only with respect and dignity, but by the people who went through the exact same life experience and who could eventually turn their lives around. Lastly, all believers also have some converts. Apart from the people with the family tradition in the old ritualist faith, those are mostly the ones who have a strong interest to ancient Orthodox writings, tradition, authenticity, and are probably disappointed by the Church of the Moscow Patriarchate. Please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I see you all next time.